will go down to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms for this Week 11 matchup.
The Titans are back deep, waiting for the kick. The leaders of the AFC North are set now to kick it away and get this game started. Around the 26-yard line.
And here's a quarterback coming onto the field who has plenty of experience under his belt.
Yep, there's no doubt. He is the man in charge, and he shows it just the way he handles himself, and that's why he plays so well. That's why he's in this game today.
The Titans snap it at the 26. On the money, in on the stop.
It's always good when your quarterback is able to deceive the defense with good play-action fakes. That's what did it that time. Look at the quarterback. Nice fake. Defense reacts to the run, and now you throw it over the top for the easy completion.
Going for the home run. Nice catch. He stacked up at that point.
You saw why defensive backs can't sleep the night before the game when they play against this quarterback. Beautiful long throw down the field for the big completion.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. After the long gain, let's see what they do here. Complete for the first.
Well, this early in the game, to watch the opposing offense march down the field and get inside the 20, this keeps the defense, they might be shaking a little, but if they stop them here to a field goal try or worse, that'll get their confidence back.
And that's a gain of 10.
Well, that last play almost got them in here, and when you look at this, what do? Well, you just want to punch it in. There's a lot of different scenarios. You could do a play-action fake, probably get somebody wide open, or have a running back just jump over the top for the touchdown.
And looking underneath, this will go incomplete. Here's the Titans offense. They'll be trying to cut down on the turnovers. A week ago, they gave away the football 2 times. 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Heading to the line for a 3rd down play, and this was something they specialized in last week, converting in these situations. 3rd and goal to go from the 2. Touchdown! And he's got the first down.
It is so disappointing when you're down near the goal line and you don't score. Well, the offense doesn't have to know that disappointment this time. Good job, good play call, and a beautiful throw by the quarterback for the touchdown.
The Titans kicking team comes out now as the offense takes a break, and they deserve one after going down the field, mainly through the air with over 70 yards passing. And they stop him from running it out to the 20, mark him down at the 19.
Here's a quarterback who's been around for a long time, stepping onto the field for the first time today.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of success, and that's what you think of when you're a quarterback. You go out there, you think of good things. And when you've been in the league as long as he has, you've done a lot of good things. So there's no doubt he's confident.
First down at the 19. They'll run it here. That brings the play to an end. And with that, let's take a look at the Sentinels offense. One of the best in the NFL when it comes to imagination and execution. Ranking right near the top when it comes to yards per game. 2nd and 10. And he hauls it in. Brought down at the 38.
Well, the way the rules are in the NFL now, you can't hit the receivers, you can't hit the quarterback. And if you give the quarterback this kind of time, he is always going to find an open receiver.
Now 1st and 10. And now here's the handoff. The tackle is made at the 40-yard line. Here's a look as the Titans defense stacks up. They can make a quarterback's life miserable as they'll all day be rushing and attacking and trying to rack up more numbers when it comes to hurries and sacks. One of the best in the business at getting to the quarterback.
Good job by the defensive line, standing in there and fighting, and they hold the running back to a short gain.
Following the run, it's now 3rd and 7. It's a dime look for the defense on this play. From the gun. Eyeing that left side. Makes the catch. And a gain of 4.
When you're in a situation like this, 4th and short near midfield, you're behind in the first half. Don't go for it. Punt the football away. Don't panic. It's too early for that, but let's find out. Sometimes these coaches make some strange decisions.
He's going to try and return this punt. Tackles made. First down on the way. Wide receivers are bunched up. He's looking to the right here on this throw. The Titans now move the chains.
What a nice corner route run by the wide receiver. He fakes the defensive back out, and look at the quarterback. He knows that little move. When he stuck it, he let him out to the corner. Nice throw, nice catch.
Catch made, and he is tackled at the 44. First down here after the completion. Offense lines up here. He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun. Almost intercepted.
Well, Jim, I threw a lot of passes like that in my career where it should have been intercepted, and the guy dropped it. You just go, yes, I got a break. Now can you capitalize on that break?
It's now 2nd down.
Let's go.
From the shotgun. Incomplete. Almost going in the other direction.
I know we've all heard this phrase before. That's why they're playing defense, because they can't catch. Hey, the coaches don't care about that. When you get an opportunity, they want you to make the catch.
This is 3rd down. Play action. The catch is made. Brought down at the 29. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Right now, this offense doesn't have much to complain about. Holding on to the lead here in the first half. And the passing game partner has been very sharp.
Well, they're probably going to complain that they can have 4 points because you can never have enough points, Jim. We all know that. But the offensive line, wide receivers, quarterback, and even the coach on the sideline all having a very good first half.
For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. They'll send it back to the quarterback out of the gun. Underneath and incomplete that time.
Good job by the linebacker that time. Saw the receiver coming in his area, read the quarterback, and in wonderful position to knock the pass down.
2nd down following that incompletion. He'll take the snap from the gun. On the money. Touchdown.
There is no lead in the NFL. In state, we all know that. We have seen tremendous comebacks. So when you get the opportunity, lay it on them, man. Keep scoring.
Lined up now in kickoff formation. No return. The ball's coming out to the 20. First down coming up.
Let's go.
Handoff made. Nice tackle.
The outside linebacker that time just did his job very well and gets in there and makes the tackle for no gain.
2nd down here after that run play. They've come out in the dime package. The give. Looking for some daylight up the middle. Taken down just 2 yards short of the first.
Well, anytime you're talking about a successful run in the NFL, the running back is going to be a big part of that. Breaking tackles, but this time it was just the vision of the running back. He picked the right hole and picked up some nice yards.
The Sentinels bring in an extra tight end for this play. They call his number once more.
The Sentinels would love to run the football in all situations like this. When you only need a little bit of yardage to get a first down, they show their power there. And I'll tell you what, this gives the coach a lot of confidence.
New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground. And the second quarter is underway with this snap.
He's brought down.
Well, they complete the pass, Jim, but doesn't get the first down. Sooner or later, you got to throw one down the field.
Here we have second down. The Orlando Sentinels lined up. Everybody split out wide. Snapping out of the gun. Throwing now to his left. Finds his mark.
Well, I guess the best thing to say there, Jim, is they completed a pass, but it still did not get a first down.
Offense lines up here. Third and 3. Handoff. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down.
And this fires the football team up. The defense, third and short. They stop the run, keeps the offense short of the first down, and look at the excitement on the defensive side.
He's got a chance to return this one. Gains 11. The Titans offense heads on to the field. First down and 10. It's the old counter play. He's brought down at the 25-yard line.
The Titans offensive line will be whooping it up tomorrow when they watch this play in the film room. What a good job by them. Excellent planning and awesome execution.
Going to be a tackle for a loss.
Got to give the defense some credit. On first down, there's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
That leads us to second down. Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime. And he's intercepted. The tackle is made.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
First down, offense readying for the snap. They bring in the extra tight end. Here's the handoff. He's brought down at the 23-yard line.
The Sentinels offensive line is just whooping some tail today, aren't they? What a job up front. That helps the running back get in space, get down there, and pick up a big gain.
The Sentinels lined up in the pistol. The Orlando Sentinels take it from the 23. He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
Well, even though they're down more than 7 here, the offense down the red zone, it'll be good for them for the rest of this game. Their confidence for the offensive coach if they can punch this in for the touchdown.
The defense comes out in the dime. Second down and 7. Back to him. Outside to the right. That'll stop the play right there. After that last run, it sets up 3rd and 6. Let's go. To the ground, taking it right up the middle, and he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down. 36-yard field goal attempt coming up. The kick is good.
Well, you come out there on the field as a defense. The offense has great field position. You've got to give them something different. The defense did. They stopped them, and they gave up the field goal.
There's a flag right there, and he's brought to the ground.
Well, contact around the knees, and they flagged them for the clipping call.
They did. It was a good call. Listen, you got to hold your breath when you see plays like that. You just hope somebody doesn't get hurt.
Two tight ends on the field here. 1st and 10.
Keeps it on the play fake. What a catch. Picks up 8 here. Man, that was some kind of catch that time by the receiver.
Ooh, boy, these receivers, they make quarterbacks look good. You're right. You can throw it off target. It doesn't matter. They find a way to come up with the catch.
2nd down coming up. Offense lines up here.
Keeps it here. Brings it into his body. He's brought down at the 30-yard line.
The offense is set at the line for the 1st down after that completion. We're getting close to the 2-minute warning. Time for one more play.
Play fake. Here's a look now at a tight end who has been heavily featured in the passing game so far, partner.
Yeah, he has been featured. And look, it's such a tough job for the linebackers today. Now they expect them to cover tight ends who can run like wide receivers. Then they say, oh, no, when it's not a pass, go up there and stop the run. Hard to do both. So this tight end's having great success so far.
Oh, it almost picked off that time.
Well, the defense has to be depressed after that play because when you get a chance to get off the field, get a turnover, and get the offense off the field, man, you got to take advantage of situations like that.
Could have been intercepted.
Every quarterback in the NFL is going to have 1 or 2 passes a game that can be picked off. Most of the time they're dropped, and this time that was a bad drop by the defense.
Let's go.
3rd down and 10.
Pulls it in.
And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
Nice job that time by the defense, knowing the situation. Go ahead and let the quarterback complete the pass. Just make sure you come up and make the tackle before the 1st down. Good job. 4th down coming up.
They are close enough to a first to go for it here on 4th down.
Running formation here. Offense in the full house set. Gets the handle here. Taken down at the 39.
This is what they call managing the game. The head coach decides to go for it on 4th down, and you just got to expect either way that you're going to make it, or if you don't make it, what are you going to do?
Offense lines up here. They'll go shotgun here. Throw to the left.
The reception, easy, wide open.
That's a nice job by the offense there. Get the 1st down, keep those chains moving, give yourself 3 more opportunities.
The Sentinels with an empty backfield look here.
Let's go.
The Orlando Sentinels will take the snap from the 40. Can't hold on here as this goes incomplete.
You don't see it often in today's game. These gloves these wide receivers wear, my gosh, anybody can catch it. I don't know how he dropped it.
The Sentinels are at the line of scrimmage with a spread formation.
2nd down and 10.
Got a hand on it, forcing the incompletion.
Oh, good job by the linebacker knocking that pass down that time. All he did was watch the eyes of the quarterback, and he reacted. It put him in good position, and he knocks the football down.
The Orlando Sentinels line up in the pistol offense. The Sentinels will take the snap from the 40. The defense had that one covered.
On 3rd downs, the defense knows in most situations it's going to be a pass, and let's give some credit to the defensive front. They pressure the QB, and they force the incompletion.
The field goal attempt is good. It's good.
Well, this guy's a machine. Every time he gets a chance to go out there and kick a field goal, it is right down the middle. Good job by the offense, good job by the kicker.
That's a touchback, and the ball will be spotted at the 20. First down here. Play fake. He's got the catch. Gains 15.
They've come out in the first half and tried to get the football as often as possible in the hands of their top receiver.
Well, what we're seeing is so many ways to get the football to the wide receiver in today's game. Formations, you can move these guys all around. You can stack them up. So if you want to get the football to them, you can, and it's an awesome job so far.
And he's going to be tackled right around the 43.
Let's see how they back up the big play here. Should have had it, but the hit knocked it out.
There's nothing like a big hit. When you get it and it connects, it gives your defense some emotion. Look at the guys, how they're jumping around. Hey, that gets everybody excited.
It's a dime look for the defense on this play. 2nd and 10. Intercepted. He's brought to a halt.
Isn't it awesome on the defensive side where you have linebackers can make plays like that? Getting that interception, it's not always defensive backs that get to make those plays. Linebackers can do it too.
The Orlando Sentinels come to the line with an empty backfield. First down at the 34. Throws to the right. Got the completion. Good piece of tackling. The Sentinels signal for the timeout. And that's the first one they've used. 2nd down, even after the completion. One more snap, and we'll head to halftime.
Going for the deep ball. Very nearly intercepted.
The teams head to the locker room, and we'll be heading to the studio to our pal Larry Ridley as you watch the NFL on EA Sports. Unable to pull off the onside kick, the hands team comes away with the football. The Orlando Sentinels are ready to take over now as their offense heads onto the field. And here we go, the first snap of the second half. They bring him to the turf.
Power running. A lot of teams in this league don't even do it anymore. This team, they can power it up in there and pick up those tough yards.
2nd down here. Offense lines up here. The defense gets the sack.
My gosh, you're talking about getting overpowered. I guess they were expecting a speed move. The right guard and right tackle are both pulled. They get run over and they give up a sack.
3rd down. The Sentinels in the pistol formation.
Well, that time the quarterback is sacked on the 3rd down, and that's, of course, that's bad. But the good thing is he did not try to force the football down the field and get the turnover.
No return. The ball's coming out to the 20. They come to the line of scrimmage. First down. They've come out in the dime package. In on the stop. You want your tight end to be someone you can count on to get touchdowns, especially down deep in the red zone. And he's done just that today.
There's so many ways to get the football to the tight end. Formations, move him around. He can be a good route runner, but also you can just be big and muscle people around like you're going for a rebound in a basketball game. Get position, the quarterback will put it in there.
Shows all kinds of awareness here as he picks up the first down. Looking at the stats, this seems like the case of an adjustment being made from one week to the next, as this wide receiver has been heavily involved in the passing attack, Phil.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. It's been a great adjustment by the offense. They have new ways to get him open, and he is getting open and taking advantage of it.
Keeps it here. The pass is incomplete. There was no one open.
Well, when there's man-to-man coverage on the defensive side, and the defense does a job like this where they are covering those receivers, there is nothing the quarterback can do except that, throw another incomplete pass.
Split backfield here. Second down and 10. Looking to the right side and throwing. Has his target. And now looking at some numbers here in the second half. It's more of the same for a guy who has been one of the best all year at the quarterback position.
Well, what I like about him so much, he sees where he has to go with the football, and then he's able to deliver the football right on the money, no matter what the circumstances are. High down the field, drives it in between defenders. He is just a terrific thrower of the ball. Keep the momentum on your side. You got a lead here in the second half. Nice play that time. You pick up the first down. Let's see if you can take advantage of it.
They load it up now. Bring out the jumbo formation. The ball's deflected, incomplete.
That is so tough to do, to be that close to these receivers and deflect the pass without getting a penalty. Good job.
Failing to complete that one. So second down here.
Get ready.
He'll keep it on the play fake. Sticks to his hands. Gains 19.
A lot of people talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's overblown, but in a situation like this, where you're winning a close game in the second half, you want to control the tempo, control the clock, keep getting those first downs.
First and 10. Still got it after the play action. Ball's picked off. No return here as he takes a knee in the end zone.
You got to stay aggressive on the defensive side. That time the defense did. Even though the offense was going in to score, they come up with the big play and they get the interception inside their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. From the shotgun. Has his target.
That's a good job by the quarterback. He read the defense. Nothing open deep, so he throws it short, and it puts him in great position for a second down play call.
An extra tight end on the field for this one. Will go Brown. Dragged to the ground. Looks like he's still about a yard short of the first.
Well, I know it's not going to make a highlight film, but still a good solid run up in there for a couple yards.
The Orlando Sentinels have it at the 29. Going to lose yards here.
How about the defensive line? Getting that penetration, getting off the football at the snap, and getting it done, getting in the backfield and making that tackle.
And he muffs it. The ball's on the ground.
What a lucky play that time by the return team. They fumble the football. Nobody's hustling, but somehow they find a way to recover their own fumble.
First down at the 18. Keeps it here. He'll throw it over the middle. He's stacked up at that point.
Quarterbacks always love play-action passes. Why? Because it usually gives them a little more time to throw. When you get more time, you're going to make a better decision, and you're going to be more accurate.
First down here after the completion.
Let's go.
From the gun. And that pass is swatted away, incomplete.
Good job by the linebacker. Just watching the quarterback, reading his eyes. He made the move at the right time, and he knocked the pass down.
After the incomplete pass, it brings up second down.
The Titans come out in a 2 tight end set. And there's a drop.
You got to try to avoid this as a quarterback. Don't throw off that back foot unless you have to. When you do, there's just no way you're going to be as good if you had good balance. That time the throw's off the mark.
They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun.
He makes the catch.
That's a gain of 10. Looking at these numbers now, you see the big target like this, getting back in the swing of things. Phil, a week ago, he was basically shut out, and today he cannot be stopped.
Well, we see a lot of smiling faces, don't we, on the sideline. The coach is happy, and of course the quarterback, he's the happiest guy of all because he loves his tight end target. The quarterback that time realized it was zone coverage, He just waited for the defense to get out of position, and he threw it to the open hole.
Now 1st and 10. Play action fake. Looking to throw. That brings the play to an end.
Again, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
This next play will be run from inside the 20, and a week ago, they were sensational inside the red zone. The final quarter begins with this snap, and they'll end up losing 4 here.
You see the rushing numbers now, and, well, there's just not much to look at because neither team has run the ball very well today.
Yeah, really, when you look at running the football, it's not a strength of either football team, so it's pretty easy to stop.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
Keep being aggressive on the offensive side. That's what they did that time. That's why they scored. They kept going after it.
The Sentinels will now be in an even deeper hole here as they get ready to return the kick. Scores 21-6. They stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19. The Orlando Sentinels bring their offense back onto the field for their next drive.
Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time.
Out of the shotgun. Gets it out for the completion. Ducks out of bounds. Looking ahead, the Titans will be on the road in Carolina next week, while the Sentinels will be on the road in Brooklyn.
They're back at the line after that catch for a 1st down. Split backfield here.
Let's go.
Reaches out and snatches it.
Brought down after a gain of 6.
Well, the Deacon Ducks quarterbacks, they love to see cover 3 because they know they're going to drop back and just throw the short passes underneath. Good job by the quarterback taking advantage of this defense.
2nd down and 4. Set up screen. Nothing there on the screen. Pass ball's incomplete. It'll be 3rd down. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. Out of the shotgun formation. And he's taken down.
They got to give that defensive front a lot of credit, man. They are pushing. They're getting after it. They know it's probably going to be a pass on 3rd down, and they get back to the quarterback and take him down.
He's got the hand up into the sky, and that means fair catch. The Titans come onto the field now for this next series.
Let's go.
1st down at the 20. Pulls it in.
Into promised land. Touchdown.
And what a touchdown there for the offense. The quarterback just fires that football in there. Look at the defenders around the receiver, but the receiver big enough, tough enough to go up in there and make that catch.
Ready to swing his leg as aggressively as possible and send the football down to the end zone.
No return here. This will be coming out to the 20. The Sentinels come out for the next possession. The Orlando Sentinels come out in the pistol. 1st down at the 20.
Catch made. And he's going to be tackled right around the 37.
Well, I think we've heard this expression about 7,000 times. It's a passing league, so we all know that. So you got to be able to throw the football and pick up some 1st down.
The Sentinels from the 37.
He has the grab. Tackles made.
That's what you call a bullet pass. Very little space to throw the football into, but he gets it done. A lot of velocity, right on target.
Let's go.
First down and 10. Looking across the middle. Nice tackle.
Good job by the offense getting another first down. You can tell by looking down on the field that defense, hands on their knees. They are getting tired.
First and 10. Interception. He's brought down.
Well, nowadays, your linebackers, they got to be able to do everything. They got to be big enough to get in there and stop the run, and also athletic enough to be able to get in position and make an interception. Good job by the linebacker.
And gains about 1. Handing the ball off hasn't been something that's worked for either one of these teams today, Phil.
Well, what you have to show on the offensive side when you want to run the football, you got to show some determination. And the guys on the offensive side just get tougher and make it work.
It's a 2 tight end formation. The Titans from the 27. The tackle is made. As they continue to lead, you do wonder if this team will run the football more, even though it has been really ineffective to this point.
No, I'd say this. I would go with the pass. You know, you can win the game in the NFL just passing the football. That's what they're going to have to do here today. The run game, it's been rough, and I don't see it changing.
Catch made. There's the offense picking up another first down on 3rd down. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Time enough to squeeze in one more play before the 2-minute warning here in the 4th. They'll run it. Here's the handoff. And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play. And now we reach the 2-minute warning. After running it, it's 2nd down. Double tight end formation. They'll run it with him again. That'll stop the play right there.
When you have an offense like this that just keeps getting first downs, not only are they moving in scoring position, but they're giving their defense a lot of rest.
They're able to move the chains after that last run. They'll go with the extra tonnage here with the jumbo set. Down the field, almost intercepted.
The defense did everything right in that situation. They were in the right spot. They were smart. They read the quarterback's eyes, but they dropped the pass.
About 1.5 minutes to go in the game, and it's 2nd down. The Titans this time will go with 2 tight ends. Dropping back now into the shotgun. Intercepted! And he's brought to the ground.
Nice job. Of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
The Titans defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. The Orlando Sentinels snap it at the 31. Ball's thrown incomplete. Great coverage there by the defense.
That's what you expect in the NFL nowadays from the players, especially these receivers. They're so aggressive, so athletic. They go all out for every catch. That time, he just lets it all go. Not able to make the catch, but I'll give him an A for effort.
Brings it in, and he's going to be tackled right around the 35-yard line. They still face 3rd and 6, even after that last successful pass play. Out of the gun. Throws the pass. Has his man. And they advance the ball onto the other side of the field. Holding on to the timeout. They'll rush back to the line. Secures it with 2 hands for a gain of about 5. 2nd down after that pass play. Time continues to tick away as they'll rush back to the line. Makes the reception, and he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first. First down here after the completion. Won't huddle now. Going to conserve the timeout and rush back to the line. The defense gets a sack. Coming up, 2nd down. They'll go right to the hurry-up. Won't use a timeout here. Takes it from the gun. And he's sacked again. The Sentinels decide to take a timeout here, leaving them with only one. Following that timeout, offense back out on the field. This will be the 8th play of this drive. The Orlando Sentinels come to the line of scrimmage and empty out the backfield. Everyone split out wide. He's looking to the right here on this throw.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. 3rd and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
The Titans with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime from the gun. Ooh, they failed to pick up the first, and the ball will go back to the other side.
Beautiful timing that time by the safety. That's what it's about when you talk about blitzing. Space the field properly so the safety has a lane to run into, and timing the snap of the ball. They did everything right that time. Good job of the safety getting it sack.
The Titans are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here. Dropping back 3. Got the completion. Gains 16. The Titans will use a timeout here. They'll talk it over before running a play on first down. This will be a 54-yard field goal attempt. Puts it through the uprights. Needed plenty of leg on that one. Bill, before we go, how about a little chat about how much this win means?
Well, Jim, let's look at it this way. It was just a nice win.